I got a lot out of what you were saying about the pain body, but I've noticed the more present I am, the more interested I am in being with people that are interested in being present. So I feel distracted when I have to do other things. So I know how to deal with the pain body potentially, but how do you deal with being in environments that your mind is somewhere else and the conversation's a little bit stale? No judgment, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's, so I find I get...
So being with other people who are maybe in their pain bodies, or being with other people that you just feel bored of?
Like if you're let's say you're at dinner and the conversation's just kind of stale-ish and you're sitting there and you'd rather be like reading or meditating, but you're at this dinner and you're at the table, you can't just get up and leave. So what would you do to become... And I have like an hour that I can be I feel like I can be present, and then it goes over an hour and you're still there, and you're kind of like, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, sure, it does make sense. So while you are sitting there, even though it may be a boring conversation, are you able to feel your inner body? Or are you just kind of in your mind going, oh my God, this is so boring, I want to leave?
It's that voice. It gets stronger as the night goes on. And I also have found that the more present I've become, that almost, and this is a good thing, but the more in demand of your time, everything, I find that like you get more, there's more things coming at you because you're present-minded, so you have more capable maybe. More things? What sort of more? What are these more things? Obligations, or you're asked to be a part of something, or you're asked to attend something, and you don't necessarily want to say no because I was just going to say, right. Are you wanting to know an answer on how to say no? I don't know, because I think in a way that like if you're asked to serve, that you should. Like that's what's in my head. So I think that... A spiritual person would serve. Right. Automatically. No questions asked. Just be there. Just serve. Right. Yeah. That's an idea of spirituality. Yeah, it's not that when we are of service, we are of service to ourselves first, before you could really be of service to anybody else. So what that means is not that you're of service to your ego self, but you're in service to consciousness. So if you are conscious and you are present, just being present without judgment, no matter who is around, you are what Eckhart would call the frequency holder. If you can maintain that presence, you are the frequency holder. Whether your table shifts to that same level of consciousness may or may not happen, that's not the point, but you are just there. And then you remain being present. You might finish your meal and then you might say, thank you guys, bye, and off you go. No judgment. It doesn't mean you have to act a certain way. It doesn't mean you have to be a certain way. So being of service is really being of service to consciousness. And then right action follows. Then if you are of a service to somebody else, then you'll be that. I've given this example before, but I know there's many new people here. So I went to Starbucks one time. I always give this example because it was probably one of my most profound realizations in what a frequency holder is. So I went to Starbucks for my tea. There were some empty tables and, chairs, but I sat down, and next to my table, my chair, was this young girl and an elderly man, looked like maybe her father or something, And when I sat down, I
saw that she was in her pain body, like she was in a lot of pain. I looked around the room because a thought arose, oh, maybe I'll move. But I just remained present. And I thought, okay, I'm not moving. My body's not moving. I'm just sitting here. I just stayed in my body, drinking my tea, stayed with the energy. Because, energy, it kind of passes through. It just doesn't stay. It has no boundaries. You can feel somebody's energy, right? You can feel when somebody's angry. They may not say anything, but you can feel it. So here she was. She was really upset. And she was talking. I have no idea what she was saying, and I didn't want to know. I was just being present. And then suddenly, inside me, the energy that I was feeling, because it was very intense, almost to the point where it was painful, but I knew it wasn't coming from me. Suddenly, this energy inside me literally burst. And the moment that it burst, this young girl started laughing. She just started laughing. She was now out of her pain body. It was no longer there anymore. So something had happened, and I realized, oh my God, this is what Eckhart means when you can help somebody dissolve their pain body. This is what Eckhart means when you are a frequency holder. So here you are in a group, in a party, or having dinner, and you're kind of bored with the conversation, but you got to eat your dinner, right? You can ask, the thought might come, okay, maybe I'll move, but go inside, just be present. When you are present, your body will either move or it won't move. If it doesn't move, it means that you are in service right now, right there. Not that you are doing anything, but you are just holding the frequency. And it could happen that you're holding the frequency and something, you may be inspired to say something. You're present and right speech will come through. A right action will happen. Maybe nothing will happen. You just sit there. You're just being present. You notice you finished your meal. You're still present. Are you still sitting there? Okay, well, it means that I'm still serving. Or you finished your meal, you're still present, and you find yourself walking and getting up. The only work to be done is for you to remain present and conscious. Thoughts may arise, but you look at those thoughts and see, and then you take them into presence to see if it's really a true thought or just an egoic thought. And it's when we go through this transformation and people in our lives who we used to associate with, and as we become more present, there are many people that will ask, wow, I don't know if I want to be around these people anymore. What should I do? Well, just keep on being present, because through being present, you'll either leave or they will leave you. Because change is happening. But the more that we think about it and start wondering, what do I do? What do I do? We're remaining in here. So you have the right questions. Do I stay? Do I serve? What do I do? Okay, take that in. Go within. And the answer will arise through you in that moment.
Thank you.
When we are of service, it's consciousness that is of service, and we remain committed to that stillness within ourselves to know what right action is. And then we open to that, allow that to come through.